Let us continue atomic structure. In the atomic structure, we will see Heisenberg uncertainty principle. Okay. Now we will say what Heisenberg says, what de Broglie, Niels Bohr says, that we will see. As per Niels Bohr, electron revolves around the nucleus in certain circular path. Radius of circular path is 0.529 n square by z angstrom. It is radius of circular path. Okay. Now we will consider Heisenberg. What Heisenberg says? Heisenberg says path of electron is impossible to trace. It is a Heisenberg's point. Heisenberg says path of electron is impossible to trace. It is as per what means Heisenberg. As per Niels Bohr, like this. Why Niels Bohr says like this? Why Heisenberg says in this way? Sir, Niels Bohr considered hydrogen spectrum, considered black body radiation, considered photoelectric effect. In order to explain hydrogen spectrum, he said so and so. Then hydrogen spectrum is taken using high resolving spectrometer. That spectrum was unable to explain by Niels Bohr concept. Then hydrogen like species spectrum also unable to explain by this Niels Bohr concept. Then multi-electron atom spectrum is unable to explain by this. Later, many scientists came and explained regarding hydrogen spectrum. What are those scientists? One is Sommerfeld and etc. So, regarding this spectrum, if you see, first we'll take this hydrogen lamp. Hydrogen lamp, we will say it emits radiation. It is passed through ordinary prism. We are getting here spectrum. This is explained by Niels Bohr. Next. Now we will take the same hydrogen lamp emitted radiation. Prism is a high resolving power prism. We will take. Using this hydrogen spectrum is taken. Niels Bohr unable to explain this. Sommerfeld explained this by introducing some other concepts. Sir, in order to explain this, Sommerfeld introduced what in the sense? Nucleus at center. Electron is revolving around the nucleus in circular path as well as in elliptical paths. It is elliptical orbit, it is circular orbit. Sorry. Next, this hydrogen lamp we will take. Then it is emitting radiation. This radiation is placed in a external magnetic field. Like this. This radiation is placed in external magnetic field. Then it is passed through high resolving power prism. Then we took hydrogen spectrum. Okay. Now, how this hydrogen spectrum is there, that we will see. This is first one, it is second one, it is third one. Now we will see first one. We will see how the first one is there, means first one spectral lines like this is there. Okay, for example, to understand, we have written 3 lines, actually infinity lines are there. Then we will take second one, will take how the second one will be there, that we will see. This instead of this spectral line, this one spectral line is divided into 2 spectral lines. Now, intensity of sum of these two is equal to intensity of this. Thickness of sum of these two is equal to this thickness. That means, shall we say, it is split into 2 spectral lines? Yes. Next to this one. In this place, this spectral line split into 3 spectral lines. That means sum of the thickness of all these 3 lines is equal to this thickness. So that we are saying this spectral line split into 3 spectral lines, we are saying. Then regarding this spectral line is split into what means 4. Split into what means 4. 4 we can say. Okay, it is taken using ordinary prism. Ordinary prism. It is taken using high resolving power prism. To explain this, Sommerfeld introduced elliptical orbits along with the circular orbits. So, next third. Third one is what we will see. Hydrogen lamp, that is emitting radiation. Emitted radiation is placed in external magnetic field. Then radiation is passed through high resolving power prism. Then we are getting this spectrum. This spectrum, how it is there, that we will see. We are saying about that spectrum. Now, this line is same like one line only. This line is dividing into how many means 3. Is dividing into how many means 3. How the thickness of these lines are there? The thickness of these lines such that these lines are said as finer lines. That means this thickness, this left side thickness is equal to left side thickness. But right side spectral line thickness is equal to sum of these 3. Sum of these 3. Okay. Right side spectral line thickness is equal to sum of these 3. That means this right side spectral line split into like this 3 finer lines. This effect is studied by Zeeman, therefore it is called a Zeeman effect. Zeeman effect. So, Zeeman effect means external magnetic field. External magnetic field. Next we will see this hydrogen lamp is emitting radiation. It is placed in external magnetic field. We got like this. Now instead of external magnetic field, now we will keep external electric field. We will keep external electric field. We will keep. Now external electric field we are keeping. It is plus and here minus. Now we are taking hydrogen spectrum. How this hydrogen spectrum is there means how we got in external magnetic field, in the same manner external electric field also gives. In external magnetic field, how we got spectral lines, in the same manner external electric field also there. That is studied by Stark. So that is called a Stark effect. A Stark effect is obtained by taking the spectrum using external electric field. External electric field. So by taking external electric field, we are getting a Stark effect. We are getting external electric field means Stark effect. External magnetic field means Zeeman effect. Sir, now in order to explain this, some other concepts are introduced. What are the concepts that we will see? Now, to explain this, this first one, Niels Bohr introduced n is equal to 1, 2, 3, etc. up to infinity. That means first circular, 1 means first circular path, 3 means third circular path, like this. Next, Sommerfeld introduced another term called K. For this K, he said the name is azimuthal quantum number. Azimuthal quantum number. This value is how much in the sense? It is taking starting from starting value is how much in the sense? 1. Starting value is 1, 2, 3 till n. It is said by Sommerfeld. So, to explain this, another quantum number is introduced. What is that? Means magnetic quantum number. Magnetic quantum number, that is M. Okay. So, like this they explained. This is one side. Another side. What is the another side that we will see? Another side is what means de Broglie. Another side is what means de Broglie. De Broglie introduced dual nature. De Broglie introduced dual nature, particle nature as well as wave nature. Then Heisenberg said, determining, tracing path of electron is impossible. Heisenberg said. Sir, de Broglie's concept, dual concept, we have to accept it is because it is experimentally proved. Now regarding Heisenberg's concept, we will see. Heisenberg says tracing the path of electron is impossible. Is it correct or wrong? That we will see. Now we will consider tracing the path. What is the meaning of tracing the path? That we will see. Now we will consider macro body. Sir, to trace the path of this macro body movement, what we have to do? First we have to find it initial position. We have to see the initial position. Then we have to find what is the speed, with what speed this body is moving. Then we have to see direction of movement. Direction of movement. If you know these three, then we can say path of this movement, path of this macro body movement we can say. In that in that sense only satellites are operated. Sir, now we will see tracing the path of electron. Now we will go for tracing the path of electron. To trace the path of electron, same these points. First we have to consider initial position. First we have to look the electron position, then speed of electron, then direction of electron. Sir, first we will see, first looking the initial position. First looking the initial position. Okay. Now, can we see the atom? We cannot see the atom by naked eye since it is micro. Then can we see the electron? We can't because it is a subatomic particle of atom. Sorry. Then mathematically we will say the position, initial position of electron. Using mathematically and using some physics concepts, we will say the initial position of electron. By naked eye we can't say. We will try with the mathematical concept. Sir. Now first physics we will take. As per physics, to look the object, what is required means light is required. Sir, how the wavelength of light and size of object should be there? How the wavelength of light and the size of object should be there, then we can look the object. That is wavelength is nearly equal to size of the object. Superficially we have taken. Wavelength is nearly equal to size of the object. This point we have taken superficially. Sir. Now size of electron you know. What is the size of electron you know? So how the wavelength will be there? You imagine it. Wavelength will be much slow, much small. Size of electron is much small, so that wavelength should be much small. Wavelength is much small in the sense energy is much high. Energy is much high because energy and wavelength are inversely proportional. So energy is much high. Okay. Now so and so energy radiation, let us focus over this electron. Okay, let us focus over this electron. So what will happen? Now we are taking very high energy quantum. This quantum is falling on the electron. It is a nucleus. Okay, electron is moving around the nucleus. When this quantum is falling on this electron absorbs quantum. Then its energy increases to higher extent. Therefore, its kinetic energy increases to higher extent. So velocity increases to higher extent. Then can you determine actual velocity of electron? Actual velocity of electron. Can you determine actual velocity of electron? You think and say. Okay. So we are unable to determine actual velocity of electron. So we do not know actual speed of electron. We are unable to determine actual speed of electron. If you do not know actual speed of electron, how can you trace the path? We can't. So we can't trace the path. So tracing the path of electron is impossible. That is Heisenberg's concept. So Heisenberg says tracing the path of electron is impossible. So next, what is another concept of Heisenberg that we will see. Now, simultaneous determination of both velocity or momentum and position of electron is impossible. Okay, so another concept of Heisenberg, you see, simultaneous determination of both velocity or momentum and the position of electron is impossible. So what is this? What it says? What does it indicate? That we will see. Now we will take. Now we have considered electron. In order to see the position of electron, we are considering the wavelength. That wavelength of light is very much small. So energy of that light should be much high. Then only mathematically we can look the position of a electron. Sorry. Now very high energy quantum, we are focusing over this electron. Electron is absorbing this very high energy quantum. Therefore, its velocity increases to much extent. So determining actual velocity of electron is impossible. So if you try for looking the electron while determining its actual velocity is not possible. So now we will see Heisenberg concept. See that simultaneous determination of both velocity and position of electron is impossible. This is called Heisenberg's concept. Sir, now Heisenberg's mathematical concept we will see. Heisenberg says mathematically delta x into delta p is greater than or equal to h by 4 pi. What is delta x? Delta x is called uncertainty in position, uncertainty in position, uncertainty in determining position. Delta p is called uncertainty in determining momentum, uncertainty in determining momentum. H is called Planck's constant. So product of these two is equal to or greater than a constant. Product of these two uncertainties is equal to or greater than a constant. H is constant, phi is constant. It is Heisenberg's concept. Okay, sir. Now, this Heisenberg concept is applicable for micro bodies or macro bodies. It is applicable for micro bodies or macro bodies. How to find it? How to show? Sir, what is Heisenberg's concept? Exact determination is not possible. Now we will take macro. Regarding space studies, regarding satellites, regarding space labs, these are high accuracy is not there, means can we do it? We can't. So that for macro bodies, exactness is possible to higher extent, not 100%. Inaccuracy is least extent, so we can neglect inaccuracy. But for micro bodies, we can't see that. We are expressing that one mathematically. So for micro bodies, exactness is not possible. Therefore, Heisenberg says uncertainty, exactness is not there, uncertainty is there. So Heisenberg's uncertainty is applicable for micro bodies, not for macro bodies. So that this Heisenberg concept is significant for which one in the sense micro bodies. Significant for micro bodies. For macro bodies, it is insignificant. Heisenberg's concept is insignificant for macro bodies. It is significant for micro bodies. So far we discussed Heisenberg concept. What is the conclusion for this? That we will see. One is tracing the path is not possible. Tracing the path of electron is not possible. Second one is simultaneous and exact determination. Simultaneous and exact determination of both position and velocity is impossible. In the place of velocity, you can take momentum also. Third one is this mathematical relation. And the fourth one is micro bodies. For micro bodies, Heisenberg principle is significant. For macro bodies, Heisenberg principle is insignificant, we can say. So this is about what means Heisenberg concept. Now, regarding this quantum mechanics, regarding so and so about atomic structure, we have seen. So regarding this atomic structure, first what in the sense J.J. Thomson experiment. J.J. Thomson gave something about atomic model. Then Rutherford said something about it. Then Chadwick said something about regarding neutrons. Chadwick said about neutrons. Next, Niels Bohr. Regarding Niels Bohr said something about Niels Bohr explained hydrogen spectrum by introducing circular paths. Next, Sommerfeld explained high resolving power prism obtained hydrogen spectrum using elliptical paths. Next, Zeeman effect and Stark effect. This is one side. Zeeman effect and Stark effect. Now, if you see these, they explained with respect to some experiment. J.J. Thomson explained using cathode ray discharge tube experiment. Cathode ray discharge tube experiment, he explained atomic model. That's all. Based on this experiment, he proposed. Rutherford explained based on alpha ray scattering experiment. Alpha ray scattering experiment, gold foil experiment. Chadwick said about neutrons. Niels Bohr said about ordinary hydrogen spectrum. That's all. Then many limitations are there. Sommerfeld explained about high resolving power hydrogen spectrum. Next, Zeeman effect means in the presence of external magnetic field. Next, Stark effect in the sense in the presence of external electric field. This is one side. Another side is what means de Broglie. De Broglie conducted an experiment called electron diffraction experiment. Based on electron diffraction experiment, he said about dual nature. Next, Heisenberg. Heisenberg says tracing path of electron is impossible. Tracing path of electron is impossible means then how do you say radius of circular path? Tracing path is impossible means how do we say circular path as per Bohr? Tracing path is impossible means how do we say elliptical path as per Sommerfeld? So all these concepts giving certain explanation only, not for broader. All these concepts are not explained broaderly. But Heisenberg concept is broader, but it says what? Impossible. Accuracy is not possible for micro. Impossible to determine regarding micro. De Broglie says particle nature as well as wave nature. Or that experimental proof is there. Regarding Heisenberg, experimental proof is there, but it has to be accepted based on natural limitation. So, next scientist called Schrödinger. So, Schrödinger considered all and he gave main priority to Heisenberg and de Broglie. Schrödinger considered Heisenberg and de Broglie, but not these. Sir. So Schrödinger considered Heisenberg and de Broglie and mathematically derived atomic model, position of electron. Position of electron means behavior of electron. Okay, behavior of electron. Schrödinger mathematically explained behavior of electron in quantum mechanics. So what is Schrödinger concept? You see, Schrödinger explained mathematically behavior of electron around the nucleus with respect to Heisenberg and de Broglie. That is considered as quantum mechanics. It is called modern atomic theory. This quantum mechanics is called modern atomic theory. So we have to consider about the quantum mechanics we have to consider. So, quantum mechanics takes all these points also takes, but quantum mechanics is what means mathematical oriented. Okay, so Schrödinger, how he derived mathematically regarding this, that we will see. So Schrödinger gave a wave equation. Schrödinger gave a wave equation. What is that wave equation? Means dou square psi by dou x square plus dou square psi by dou y square plus dou square psi by dou z square plus 8 pi square m by h square into e minus v into psi is equal to 0. It is what means Schrodinger wave equation. So what is Schrodinger wave equation? You see, dou square psi by dou x square plus dou square psi by dou y square and so on. So in this one, what is this dou? This dou is called what means partial differentiation. Partial differentiation. Partial differentiation. What is this psi? Psi is called a wave function. Psi is called a wave function. What wave function? Orbital wave function. Orbital wave function. What is orbital? What is orbital? This orbital says this orbital is three-dimensional one. This orbital is what means three-dimensional. This orbital is three-dimensional around the nucleus. So around the nucleus, three-dimensional shape is taken. Within this three-dimensional shape, probability of finding electron is maximum. That's what orbital says. What is orbital? See, orbital is what means it is a region in the sense three-dimensional. Okay, it is a region around the nucleus within which probability of finding electron is maximum. Okay, it is called orbital. It is defined mathematically in the quantum mechanics. So quantum mechanics is completely mathematical oriented, but we are not going for mathematical oriented. Just superficially, a small things we will discuss. That's all. Sorry. So what is orbital? Orbital means it is one three-dimensional region. Around what means around the nucleus. Within this region, what is the probability of finding electron means maximum. Probability of finding electron is maximum. That is called what means orbital. So we said about orbital. Now what is this psi? This psi is called orbital wave function. Why it is called orbital wave function? Why psi is said as orbital wave function? For which this psi square is taken. Psi square is taken. Psi square gives what means? Psi square gives probability of finding electron. Probability of finding electron at a point around the nucleus. It is psi square. So what is psi square? You see, psi square means probability of finding electron at a point around the nucleus. So what is psi? Psi means in this wave equation, psi is there, psi we described and psi square we described. Then x-axis, x is called coordinate axis, y and z are axis. M is called mass of electron, H is called Planck's constant. This E is called what? This E is called total energy. E is called total energy. This V is called potential energy. V is called potential energy. This is what means Schrodinger equation. And another point we have to consider here, what is that means H psi. We will take H psi. H psi is equal to E psi. We will take this is also in the Schrodinger wave equation another mathematical form. Here cap we will keep. This H cap is called a Hamiltonian operator. This is called a Hamiltonian operator. Hamiltonian operator we can say. This psi is called wave function, you know. E is called energy of the system. E is called energy of the system. Sir. So now This psi is called what in the sense orbital wave function is said. To describe this psi, quantum numbers are introduced. What are those means? One is principal quantum number, second one is azimuthal quantum number, third one is magnetic quantum number. Using psi, we will get psi square. Psi square gives probability of electron. To describe the behavior of electron, 4 quantum numbers introduced. One is principal, second azimuthal, third magnetic, fourth spin. These 4 quantum numbers. So the quantum mechanics introduced 4 quantum numbers in order to describe the behavior of electron. So now we will take a first one we will take. First what we will take means hydrogen spectrum we will take. Hydrogen spectrum. It is taken using a ordinary prism. Using ordinary prism it is taken. That is what means so and so spectral lines. To express this, quantum mechanics describes what? Quantum mechanics explains this one in what manner? Regarding Niels Bohr and all over. Niels Bohr this explained this, that is over. Now we are coming for modern theory, that is quantum mechanics. How quantum mechanics explains this, that we will see. Quantum mechanics introduced shells. That is in order to describe these shells, quantum mechanics considers principal quantum number, that symbol is n is equal to 1. That first, it is called first shell. First shell is named as K shell. Then n is equal to 2 is called second shell, L shell. N is equal to 3 is called M shell. N is equal to 4 is called N shell. N is equal to 5 is called O, P, Q, like this it goes on. Okay, till now the elements discovered, the discovered elements coming under 5th level only. 5th level means up to 5th n is equal to 6, n is equal to 7, up to n is equal to 7 possible. Sir, now to explain this, quantum mechanics introduced this principal quantum number. This principal quantum number describe about shells. Sir, when electron jumps from higher energy shells to lower energy shells, they emit radiation. Due to that radiation, hydrogen spectrum is obtained. That is said by quantum mechanics. Next we will take hydrogen spectrum. This ordinary spectrum we will take, ordinary hydrogen spectrum. Then we will take high resolving power hydrogen spectrum we will take. How that is there? High resolving power spectrum, hydrogen spectrum we will take. How it is there means here 2 lines. Here how it is there means here 3 lines. Okay, here in the place of 1 line 2 lines are there. In the place of this line 3 lines are there. Sir, now how it is explaining, that point we will see. To explain this, principal quantum number introduced, they represent shells. They represent shells like this. They represent shells like this. To explain this, what is introduced means azimuthal quantum number is introduced, that is small letter n, but Sommerfeld introduced k. What is the relation between L and k means L is equal to k minus 1. So L will take, what are the values means 0, 1, 2 till n minus